Let's go. Doug and Rob on the mic, spring running the show. Turn the dial up, let the nonsense flow. Trick in the corner, wagging her tail, ready for the road. And history in the rear view, spices in the air. Cooking up a story, got a guest in every chair. Entrepreneurs and dreamers, music in the night. On the Nonsense Chronicles, everything feels right. Turn it up, let the laughter roll. On the road with the heart and a rock and roll soul. From the kitchen to the highway, chasing every spot. We're living out loud, making magic in the dark. Spring's got the soundboard mixing up the fun. Doug's got the question drops, always on the run. Fifth's got opinions, barking out the truth. Every episode's a journey, every moment's living through. Turn it up, let the
Hello and welcome to the Nonsense Chronicles. This is Doug Sashery, and as always, I am joined by...
Rob Mendiola.
Greetings, Rob.
What's up, Doug?
Well, after I purposely deceived Ty and told him that I was driving to the studio,
Right.
I later called you and said I'm calling in today.
Yeah, you kind of wussed out.
Yeah, I did, man.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
The weather's
But
supposed to get a little bit bad here pretty soon, I think.
Yeah, we got... No, it poured here just a minute ago,
Okay.
but yeah, I don't feel bad about doing it, only simply because friends of mine who are some of the biggest, been doing it for years and have one of the top podcasts, they do that. In fact, they do it a lot, and I didn't realize that they did that. But
Yeah, the call in. I mean, the technology's
call
there,
in.
so, it works.
Yeah,
It's fine.
we have paid for that technology to work.
And that's why we have someone
What's it-
else from afar as well, right? Who do we have today?
Well, he's not too far away, but
Okay.
he's in state. He's in Midlothian, Texas. It's Ty Sherrell from Texas Brews and Barbecue. How you doing, Ty?
Good, Doug, John. Thanks for having me on.
Man, we are now look, you just called Rob John.
Did he call me
Oh,
John?
sorry.
I didn't- I was
I
wondering.
called you John. I've been talking to John all day.
Yeah, well, you talk to John too damn much. Yeah, yeah. That man needs to go out on tour. Usually he is by this time of year, but they're doing a little bit. They're taking a little break. So good for them.
It was actually him and Barry today. So both of them, we were all on the phone pretty much all day today.
We are talking about what a no good SOB I was because we moved the crawfish boil.
That was the first thing that we started talking about. And then what we did is that I said, let's stop texting and FaceTime. Let's talk about this face to face.
Yeah, see, yeah. I told we had a board meeting today, and one of my cousins, the five of us in there, they said, "Hey, why don't y'all move the thing?" I said, "Oh yeah, big fan of moving that. Somebody else's schedule." But yeah, I did in a non-serious way read the riot act to one of my younger cousins because it's her fault. They moved it because they're going to be out of town. I'm like, thank God I didn't have people flying in because I'd be refunding flight tickets, but that's actually the first time we've ever had to do that. And I'm like, well, great, because I won't be there. In fact,
did you call him selfish?
well, probably more than that, but I probably called her dad more than I did her, since she's the next generation, but
I got you.
but no, yeah, God dang, we need to do, man, it was such a perfect time because it's rare when he's not going to be, those two guys are going to be gone, a lot.
Yeah.
In April. It's usually in April. And yeah. So anyhow, I wanted to where did you tell me you were from originally?
I was born in Texas, but I grew up in LA.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's
Yeah. So I was born all the way down in Corpus.
Oh, wow.
because I thought for a second you said somewhere else. I'm like, wait a minute, how do you get the barbecue knowledge then it's, and also, I was gonna, before we met up for business on something, and I said, man, I'll go and check out this thing because I'm popping in and out of Dallas. I'll just simply go down to Midlothian. And I was like, no, I don't see it here. Don't see it there. Don't see it there. Yeah, I was like, because you showed up. I'm like, yeah, I live in Texas. You don't just show up at somebody's house.
Yeah.
First time. Yeah. Yeah, not a good idea,
No.
man. Let me ask you. So how did you get all that started, man? What brought you to do, and what Ty does, everybody, is he has it's all virtual. I mean, his barbecue stuff, and he's putting it up nonstop, and he's got some pretty meats he's cooking, and a lot better than we had in St. Augustine. A lot more juice than we had there. But
yeah, there was zero juice in Florida.
that was
The
jerky, but
sun
not on
dried it
purpose.
out, I think.
Yeah, it did, man. It was the end of the day. You know how that is. But yeah, that was bad. But how did you get on the I guess the online world of barbecue, man?
Well, probably same as everybody else during COVID is whenever I got online. But before I got online, I created my background is broadcast production, and I've been in media all my life doing production and infomercials and all kinds of stuff. So the first thing that we came up with was it was called Texas Brew and Barbecue, and we made a show that was going around to different barbecue places in Dallas, Fort Worth, and different breweries, and they were showing us the process of everything that they do. Kind of similar to what we're doing with Booze, Brews, and Barbecue.
Pecan Lodge?
I'm sorry?
Did you ever go to Pecan Lodge?
We did not go to Pecan Lodge. I think we went. Pecan Lodge was next on the list when COVID hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That does happen. I was
yeah.
curious.
We went to a bunch of stuff, and it was me and my wife we were doing the show, and I had sponsors in the show, and obviously using my background in broadcast, I would buy airtime and I would put it on the air here locally, and that's where that name came from. And then COVID hit, and my wife was like, "You need to get on social media." I was like, "I don't know anything about social media."
Oh,
And
God.
figured it out. She actually showed me, and I went out there and I started filming content of everything that I learned, going to all these barbecue places and talking to all these people. And then I started cooking on my own. And I was like, you know what? Let me keep doing this. And it just snowballed to I'm now cooking with Shinedown and Bert Kreischer and all these other people. And it's amazing.
That's cool.
It's been fun.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and you've got it down, man. You've got the video because we worked before we started a music wing. We started working with food influencers, and I'm like, man, he's got this down pat. And that makes sense now that you have the. Did you go to film school?
I did not. I was self-taught. My uncle, at that time he was a producer for a lot of televangelists.
Wow.
God. Jimmy
Yes.
Swaggart.
A lot of money in that.
A lot of them. I'll just say a lot of them. I know a lot of them. And I grew up in church on camera, and that's how he taught me how to run a camera.
Mhm.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
then I would go to his studio and I would watch him edit. And he's the one who taught me how to edit, how to, composition, emotion, like all of the things that you are trying to do when you're producing programs and infomercials and everything else. And I sat there with him for a long time and worked under him for a long time. And that's who taught me.
Man, that is a fantastic way to freaking learn. Let me tell you this. Yeah, I know, but with my son, I think I told you that my son has the recent film school degree from University of Houston, but that doesn't mean that you get a job right away. So you did a good job, man.
Yeah, I was infatuated with media. I loved it. I loved the machine. At that point, it was machines. It wasn't computers. I loved just the whole process of it, and it just, I was just drawn to it, and it's something I'll always do. And here we are making a TV show with Barry and John and creating what we're creating with that.
Yeah, well, before I get there, I wanted to ask the guy you have running with you, does he work with you all the time, or is he just temporary?
Josh, he's worked with me for years. And then I have other camera guys that will bring in and out that I use locally, or I'll fly, people up and all kinds of stuff.
So you were the guy. Okay, so when you and Barry, which is Barry Kirch and John Guarnari met, y'all, you were the one that had the TV idea. Then that's where it came from.
No, it really didn't. So Zach Myers,
right,
and me, we would talk about food on Instagram, and my son goes to UCO to Edmond, and they were in Oklahoma doing a concert, and Zach was like, "Hey, do you want to come to the show and bring the boys?" I was like, "Yeah." And then he hit me up. He's like, "Do you want to cook?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" So I went up there with the boys, went and got a bunch of ribs and pork butts, and we cooked the entire day. And that's when Barry came out. That was the first time I met Barry, and that was the first time I met John. And during the day, they kind of told me this idea about the show, and they were like, "Just think about it." They had no idea that I did film or I did video.
Oh wow!
And they threw this out here, and then it was a cool rock star moment. We were on the stage. They finished up, and Barry comes off, high fives. Or no, Brent comes over to me, gives me a hug. Zach gives me a hug. Barry and John come over, and I said, "Hey, that sounds like a good idea. I'm in." And then John looks at me and goes, "Welcome to Shinedown." And then they walked off the stage. I was like, am I in a movie?
Yeah.
Yes, right. You got the sweaty COVID hug. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we got the sweaty COVID hug. We were in this dust bowl. Everybody was dirty. It was, yeah.
Yeah. That's because Scott Bartlett had told me, he said, when I met Zach at Backstage at one of the shows, he had told me that Barry was a foodie, but I didn't meet him that night. And but I left him a satchel of product, which I'm sure y'all chopped up with knives and then used yours. But but no, that finding that out, that I knew that he was a foodie, so that's kind of good. And I do see Zach in a lot of videos too, with the same. He's on the heat train, isn't he?
Zach?
Yeah. Does he like the hot too?
I don't know if he likes the hot so much. He's a big barbecue guy. They're both big foodies. And
he's Memphis, yeah.
Yeah, so both of them, they have a different thing. Like Zach likes one thing, Barry likes another, but they're both a little bit different in that, but they're both big time foodies.
Yeah, I like we talk about barbecue, and it's all over. When I grew up in South Louisiana, it was, we had a barbecue sauce at one time, Jack Miller's and Pig Stand, and it's with, it's a little bit more grease. It's onions in it, and it's different. It's almost like a mash in some sense, but I've totally gone away from barbecue sauce. I like nothing but rub, dry, smoked barbecue, man.
Yeah,
and
I don't. The only time I ever use sauce is if I'll mix in some pulled pork after I pull it. I'll add a little sauce to it, but I don't like it on my ribs. I definitely don't like it on brisket, but everything else is just dry rub.
Yeah.
Dry rub and meat sweat.
I think I told you about my opinion. I think I told you about what I thought about pulled pork when we were at the place. It's kind of like what's left, and I know, man, it looks real tender, but I'm like, no, let's cut that slice and eat it like a piece of meat. I can't stand pulled pork. It's just, that's me. Well,
that's kind of weird.
Well, no, but I mean, in a way, like I have friends that'll tell me, hey, you're going by such and such, pick me up some cracklings. Now, if I go to a boudin place and if I'm going to ingest that many calories, they have boudin, I'm going to eat the boudin. That's it. It's like if I'm going to have, the roast beef po' boy, is really good, but I'll never know because I will never get past eating a fried shrimp burger, which I can't say I've done that in years now. But it's this, I just will never know that. So like in barbecue, um, I don't eat that much beef now, man. Ever since
I was just
went clean
thinking, like,
eating,
when's the last time you actually ate barbecue?
yeah, I know, but I'll eat ribs for the iron and every once in a while. But if I had a choice, like I always laugh at John Engel. I would tell him, and he does a lot of competing in Texas. And I told him, I said, yeah, let everybody else go eat that brisket, man. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna eat the ribs. Just encourage him to eat brisket. Yeah, man.
It's funny you said the slice pork shoulder. We were in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and that is it's called Monroe County style barbecue. And they slice pork shoulder really thin, like little steaks, bone in or boneless, and then they grill it over just a hot bed of coals.
Nice.
It was completely, it was the first time we ever seen something like that. But you can dip it or you can just get it dry rub.
Well, what cut is considered? What is what we called in Louisiana a Boston butt come from? Isn't that a shoulder meat?
That's the same. That's the shoulder. I think.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, it's got two different names for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, in Louisiana, it's like they call crappie everywhere else. We call them sac-a-lait. It's French variety on it. But no, we did. That was a big deal in Louisiana. I mean, cooking those on a pit, but just over coals. But yeah, that's definitely a player in Louisiana. I grew up eating those a ton. Oh yeah, very much so. Love it, man. I love. But I mean, what I'll do now is I'll do a thick pork chop, and I love that. But
I'll take a pork chop all day.
Oh, same here.
But and like I saw you doing the what we call country ribs. What were you calling that the other day?
Those are country ribs.
The big thick
okay,
ones.
I didn't know if you had called. Yeah, I might have had the sound off. Yeah, that's right. You did. Yeah, because remember I said that does make a very good gravy. I can make a very good gravy with those. Man.
Yeah.
Those are pork, right?
Yeah.
Just sliced pork shoulder.
Right.
Yeah, just no bones, just nothing but meat and fat.
Good.
It's
meat, fat, and sauce.
Yeah,
that's right.
The good stuff.
It does taste to die for over rice, man. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man. And then okay, well you got that rolling, and you talked about that. So they're doing a show called Booze, Brews, and Barbecue, and who had the who was the I guess who was the I'm not going to say it's not supernatural. What's the word I'm looking for?
Paranormal.
There we go. And we've had somebody with Northwest Indiana Paranormal on before, but who was the paranormal curiosity person in that group?
I think it was both John and Barry, but I'd probably say Barry more. They came up with this idea during COVID, I believe, or John did, because when they're on the road, they like to just go pick out crazy places to go to on their day off, depending on where they're at. So I think they both came up with this idea, and from what they have said, because people always ask where it came from, but from what they said, they were looking for the third person. And when I was in Oklahoma, they kind of, I guess they picked me, which was obviously awesome. And then I find out later that Jacoby from Papa Roach was in the running, and like somebody else. And I was like, man, you mean I beat Jacoby?
Damn.
So yeah,
that's cool.
Don't tell them that, man. You'll be
right?
hated across the industry.
Yeah. So yeah, they came up with the idea of mashing all three together, and then once we started talking about it in detail, we started driving everything to a community base. It's not just a show. Like, we want the community involved. We want to go to the mom and pop barbecue place, the mom and pop brewery, and showcase them. Obviously with the spotlight of Shinedown, and with the show getting bigger and bigger that we're doing, and we want to drive people to those communities for those businesses. And that's
And
what it's really turned into.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to have any problem with that. With the exception, of course, when you do it, you need to put it out there a little bit more so people like me don't drive to Phoenix and then get there and say GD and then call his friend that owns the local winery and say, wait, do you have so-and-so in your bar right now? Yes. Yeah. Find out a day late. But, man, no, seriously, those things are, that's awesome, man. Y'all are gathering a lot of people. It seems like a lot of fun. How was the St. Aug, I want to know how the cruise was, the coastal cruise.
Oh, that was actually a lot of fun. There was a lot of great history on that. The people that they had running it, telling the stories about St. Augustine was, they were awesome. Obviously, we had, a couple coolers of adult beverages on there, so everyone had a good time. There was
No way.
John was singing karaoke, like it was, it was a party on that boat.
God, that's insane. How long was that ride on the boat?
I believe it was an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
That's not bad. Yeah, because I was Rob knows me and he knows I can't sit still. So like 45 minutes and I would be out. Yeah, so I was wondering. I thought about doing that thing, but I was like, man, I would have to stay there. I would have a good time, but I would just. Yeah, hey y'all, I'm swimming ashore. I'm not worried about the crocs. We have a lot of alligators back home. But yeah, no, no. That was a busy day. We went out there and we met and they had it was Irish Fest going on that day, and
yep,
it was a little bit it was insane.
Yeah, we stopped by there. I think we did that the next day.
Yeah, it was the next day.
Yeah, after the parade.
Yep.
And checked it out. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was
St. Augustine is beautiful. That was the first time I've seen St. Augustine. Gorgeous.
That was too, yeah, because I had been down to Daytona for Rockville and I had bypassed it. But I went through the other day, stayed at the same damn hotel, but I did not go out to the fort because I think I left before sunup, and I still need to do that. So yeah, I still have not done that. I'm a big history nerd, so I have to see things like that. But
we're going to go back to St. Augustine just because there's so much. I didn't believe in the paranormal stuff until I seen things happen.
Yeah, who had the leg? Who was it that had the leg grab? Was it you or John?
John got scratched on his leg, and then
that's what it was.
Something got him on his leg too, inside the jail. But the fort that you mentioned, we want to go back there because that place is like super active.
Oh, man, there's a couple places I mentioned that if y'all ever need, there's a couple people. I thought, what about weren't y'all going to? I know y'all were talking about it, but did Mississippi got postponed?
We postponed Mississippi just because of the tour.
Right.
And that's going to be in season 2. I think that's going to be the second location that we do in season 2. The first one is going to be up in Pennsylvania.
Oh, at that gathering?
No, this is it's called, what is it called? Something Manor. They contacted us through social media and want us to go out there, and we did some research on this place and it looks pretty wild. So I guess I'm going there with the guys. That's
fantastic, dude, man. Like I said, you've got a nice little gig going, man. That's pretty sweet.
It's a lot of fun. We have a good time. If you've seen the video where Barry's wife called it a fraternity, and I added some footage.
Oh God!
to show that it was.
Oh God! Yeah, and wait now. Has your wife gotten back from Africa?
She did get back. Yeah, she was gone for almost 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought so. I was like, she went down there and did some doctor work, right?
Yeah, she did. She went on a mission trip with the hospital that she works with, and she was down there for 2 weeks, and they did surgeries. They were down in Kenya.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's
awesome.
Said it was a life-changing experience, and we we don't know how good we have it here, which
Right.
I believe her. And she was like, we have to go back. And I was like, nah, I'm good.
She said, "Come on,
Yeah.
they had this cool thing called Ebola."
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm all right. I'm going to stay right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have my limitations on travel as well, but I do send my wife, and she can go and have a good time, and I drive.
Yeah, I'll watch National Geographic, and I'll get what I need out of that.
Yep.
I'm good. Yeah, that's right, man. Heck yeah. Man. So what do you have? Are you exclusive? Are you doing? What do you have exclusives with that you're locked into, or can you even talk about that kind of stuff?
What do you mean?
Like on your products that you use, like now. By the way, Ty does have. I'm going to give fair time here. Ty does have his own line of barbecue products, and where can they find those, Ty?
They're on my website, txbrewandbarbecue.com. They're nothing like yours though. So I'm going to say that right now. Don't even look at mine. Just stick with Chatri's. That's the best. Because you gave me that reserve rub, and that's my rub now.
Man, look, dude, you can do it. You can blend spices together. You don't, even in my house, and then, we do the same thing, man. It's just, we're talking about injector today. Yeah, we have a new injector coming. I can't say it online, but I'll tell you after. But it's good at blending those things together, man.
Man, I use your reserve rub. I use my brisket rub because it's got coarse salt and pepper, and I like that on a brisket. And then I use your steakhouse rub on top of it because I like to layer my rubs too. And I did that for a brisket on Easter, and it turned out fantastic.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing. I've done that on the fish lately. In fact, and Scotty Austin, he's been doing the same thing. We went on that. We went down. I caught up with them on tour in Florida, and then we took a day off and went to with our wives and went down to Key West, and we got on the swordfish run. I'm a big salmon eater, but we got on swordfish and ahi tuna, and so we've been playing with it, and we've been layering. I mean, he went with the steakhouse. He said he wanted the black pepper. I said, well, use the steakhouse, man, because it's got some good coarse grain in there. And then he layered it with the garlic butter lemon. Yep. Oh my God, that stuff is so good on fish, dude. I
gotta try that.
You do have that, right?
I do have it. Yes.
Yeah.
I have not tried it yet, but I'm going to.
Layered on top of something else, man, and you can go heavy on it. And let me tell you, I've eaten a lot of fish. I mean, obviously in my lifetime, but I can honestly say without lying that was the best piece of fish I ever had in my life. I put that on the grill the other day, and it was, it was good.
Oh, that's going to happen this week for sure.
Do it, man. Do it. No,
y'all making me hungry.
Yeah. Well,
I haven't had dinner yet.
Ty's got some. Yeah, Rob, you got to check out his site, man. He does have some nice things going on there, man. Like I said, and he's working with John and Barry. You're talking about good people, man, and it's when you surround yourself with good people, you're gonna have a great time, and you'll probably be successful. So
yeah, it's smarter.
There's some of the best people I think I've met, like true good people. Like
that's good.
The whole band is that way. But they're truly nice, genuinely caring people. That's what's cool about them.
Yeah, Rob called John the most interesting man in the world, like the guy on the commercial. Yeah,
no doubt.
His multifaceted life.
That's cool, man. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, that is John.
Try and do everything. Life's short, man.
Yeah, he did. I think he's done it all, and he's still trying to do more.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
He seems like he's kind of reserved and quiet, but then if you watch any of the videos or anything, he's the most insane one every time.
He is the craziest one. He brings the chaos, and I think I probably am right behind him a little bit. And then Barry's the dad. Barry's the one going, y'all calm down.
Yeah, Barry's been there. He knows.
That's the way it works.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Yeah, that's funny though, man. But I think y'all will have a very successful run, man. I just can't wait to see that get picked up or however y'all run it through. Um, yeah, we'll be watching and we'll be promoting, man.
Awesome, man. That means a lot. It's been a lot of fun. John was down here for almost a week, and we were editing away. And yeah, we've got a lot of footage, and it's when you go back and watch it over and over and over again in the edit process, and people think they don't know how I listen to the same thing over and over again. I'm just used to it. But when you're doing these shows like this, especially paranormal stuff, and what I've learned doing this is the more you watch it, the more you pick up on things that you didn't know happened while you were there.
Yeah.
And the editing process is almost turning into an experience in itself on top of the location that we were at, because it's like, I'll hear something. I'm like, dude, this is crazy. And I will cut the clip and send it to Barry and Johnny, go, are you guys hearing what I'm hearing or seeing what I'm seeing? And then it's a whole other thing. So
yeah, let me tell you, if anything I've learned is, and I haven't learned much on it, but I'm getting there. But to stay relevant with you young kids these days, is learning your editing skills. Rob had some good editing skills, and for me, it's been I had to get some advice the other day from kids in a band that are right down the road, and I asked them, the 307 kids, which Rob knows, and yeah, it's always a new experience to me, man. There's gonna be lots of mess ups, but what else did I want to tell you? We do need to get together and cook sometime, man.
I am I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'm going to take off for a few weeks, but when I get back, I'll probably have a little downtime. We definitely need to do that, man.
Oh yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
We'll do that.
I got some new grills I'm putting in the back. I'm going to use a Santa Maria grill back there. I had one at one time, but now I want another one.
How many grills you got back there, man?
Right now I've got
12 eggs, and what else?
Yeah, right now it's all Rectech, and I'm about to put in that Blackstone Santa Maria. I fell in love with that thing.
Is that the griddle?
Blackstone, they make griddles, but now they have a Santa Maria grill, which is really...
What's the Santa Maria grill? Tell me.
It's where you can you put the charcoal or wood underneath, but you can raise the grate up and down.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I have a pit from that pit that I have on mine. That's what it is. And granted, look, I got it from Home Depot, but I can lower the grate where my charcoal is up, down on how I want to. And man, I love it.
That's my favorite. And actually, a fun fact about the Santa Maria grill. So the guy who invented that was from California, and he's the one who invented tri-tip. Not invented tri-tip, obviously a cow did that, but invented the cooking of a tri-tip, because a tri-tip was originally cooked on a Santa Maria, and you cook them hot and fast.
Now, is a Santa Maria, is that the brand, or is that anybody that makes one like that called a Santa Maria?
That's the style grill, the Santa Maria.
I did not know that, man. And like I said, I have two entrances on mine, and either side I can raise or lower. And I was like, man, I definitely like that, man. Because see, that's, me and you talked before. That's why I've had gas before, but man, I was like, no. And pellet, I just don't trust, because I haven't used it enough. But I know with charcoal, I can get the flame what I want. And I love a flame kiss on my whatever I'm cooking,
Yep.
Unless it's something that's slow. But I don't do briskets, and I don't do ribs. I leave that to people like you, the experts. I got enough Texans around me. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be okay. I'm not gonna miss out on anything. But steaks and burgers, I got a pretty good burger, but I stick to everything else on the grill, And yeah, man, now you've wizened me up on that grill. I had no clue what that was called, but now I know.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite grill to cook on is the Santa Maria, just because they're so versatile. My favorite thing to do on it, cooking a big thick ribeye, and then take it off the grill and throw it right on the coals. Sear it up.
Now, you putting it in, what are you wrapping in? Foil?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Meat
Wow.
on coals. Caveman style.
That is
Good
caveman
Lord.
style.
Now, is this a big ass coal, or is it like, or do you have to like
Just a
rinse it
bed
off?
of coals that are down there?
You're not going to rinse it off, or are you?
No.
You trim it?
It gives you this earthy, it gives you a flavor that is unlike anything else.
Interesting.
And I saw a guy do it before, and I was like, that's crazy. But cook the steak the last 60 seconds, like as if you're going to sear it, throw it on the coals, 60 seconds, flip it, sear it on the other side, pull it off.
I've never seen that done.
I mean, that's
pretty cool.
no, I haven't either. I've seen it. I've seen stuff wrapped, but yeah, that'd be a first. Wow, that's amazing. Now I have to see it.
I mean, if any charcoal sticks to it, go ahead and knock it off because you don't want to eat that.
Yeah, straight
Just let
carcinogens.
it just let it pass and drink some of my lantern, man.
There you go. It might be a little hot, but just blow on it.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I've seen you crazy asses with the hot the hot honey. Anything that you have to taste on the tip of like a stick that looks like a Q-tip is liable to be. It's already telling me, stay the hell away. You don't want any part of this.
Right.
Oh man, that got out of hand. You're talking about when we had the founders of Torchbearer Hot Sauce came and hung out with us in Jim Thorpe, and they brought. It was my idea to do a hot sauce challenge, but then Barry told the guys to bring their hottest stuff, and he brought this thing that came out in like this medical vial.
Damn.
Oh man,
And
that just sounds painful.
it was
man.
1,000,000 Scoville,
Wow.
Jesus.
which is like this was the base to making mace.
Oh, wow.
And Barry did it first. He put it on his tongue, and he was like, "This is your idea. You have to do it." At first, I wasn't going to do it. I was like, "Well, I mean, he called me out. I got to."
Yeah,
That was.
I mean,
I think I hallucinated. It was that
Wow.
hot.
Damn.
that's when I would make the declarative statement ahead of time. I want no part of this. I
Yeah.
will do any
Yeah.
other thing as punishment not to have that. Like I said, I can't. My taste buds, just because you're a Cajun man, people think that you want to pile it on. It's like no. It's about flavor. But I have plenty of heat freak friends that they'll do some crazy stuff that I want no part of.
The funny thing about those hot sauces is each one of them, even if they got super hot, they all had flavor to them. It wasn't just, except for that. I mean, that was just extract. But the rest of the stuff was flavorful, even though it punched you in the face with heat. And all of their stuff has been on hot ones too. Like Gordon Ramsay and Shaq, they all did, with their hot sauces, but they all have a different taste. But some of them, they'll punch you in the gut.
Good Lord, man. Yeah, I can't even
I won't do that
imagine
again. That's for sure.
No, when I was a kid, we went down to Mexico, and back in the days when you could drive through Mexico,
Yeah.
and
Not now.
and we were going to Lake Guerrero, and we stopped somewhere to eat, and there was I was dumber back then, but I was probably about I don't know 11 years old, and there was a pepper. My brother's about a year and a half younger than me, and there was a pepper on the table. And we kept looking at each other. He goes, "You won't eat it." I said, "Watch me." I just picked it up, took a big old bite. And well, my mom let me basically suffer like, my parents, mom and dad was doing whatever, but my mom let me suffer while I drank everybody's basically water. She finally told me to rub a lime on my lips, and I did. It was like magic. But I did not know that at the time. And yeah, that was a huge mistake. That's kind of like, that's one of those things you do as a kid, the fork into the electrical socket.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, I'll never do it again. But yeah, I did it once, and that was good enough.
And water, and I didn't know this, so we did that hot sauce challenge. Water makes it worse.
Yeah, I think it does. But yeah, I'd agree with it. It had no good effect on me.
Yeah, I was trying everything. I was drinking Guinness. I was drinking milk. I was drinking water. It was.
No
I was
such-
trying all of it.
No, so yeah, I've heard of milk. I wondered if milk would work too, but I think somebody told me that, but I have no clue if it did.
The lime,
I will never.
The lime breaks down the grease, the oil.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
something with the citrus is what what
acidic.
kills it.
Yeah, the acid in it breaks it down.
Thank God. Yeah, because in fact, when I eat crawfish, a lot of times, like a buddy of mine has these wipes, like for fish or for crawfish, and I'll dab my lips with them after, because I like a little bit of heat on my crawfish. But
The Laperouse.
Oh yeah, Laperouse. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and they're really, his name is what is the name of his product though?
I don't remember his product name.
Don't make me go look. It's it's crawfish. I know it's crawfish hand cleaner is one. But those things, they're amazing, man. I'll shoot you a picture after. And it's night and day. See, Louisiana, man, they have places at restaurants, and they have like they look like troughs in a men's urinal, but what they are is they're stations that water comes out and you wash your hands with. Well, this eliminates all of that, man, because it really gets it clean. You don't smell anything on it after, and if you got any pepper or anything, it takes care of that too.
Oh wow!
So,
it's called seafood hand wipes, right?
Seafood hand wipes.
Yeah, I think that's
I'll shoot you a picture, man. They're excellent. Man.
They do work. But, they work very well.
Yeah, I was surprised. Well, Ty, we have taken up enough of your time today, but I want you to give our listeners here some directions to find all your stuff on social media.
Social media, everything is at TX Brew and Barbecue. It's all spelled out. And then, follow along on the show at Booze, BOOS, Brews, and BBQ. And those are on all socials too.
See, that almost confused you to say it. And
I did. It took me a second.
Yes. See? Yeah. Because I knew I would mess it up. But no, those guys are having a fun time. So you check out those videos before those seasons come out, and which they will eventually. But they're filming right now, and you can also go out and catch up with them. They have different events around the country. When Shinedown is not on tour, and they go on tour, I want to say around the 12th or so. They're starting pretty soon, man. So
yeah, they are. They're starting soon. I'll actually see the guys. I'm going to their rehearsal next weekend.
Good,
so
man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I gotta go to Rockville. That's where I'm
Oh,
headed.
nice.
I'm going hide. I'm going to see Brad, who we just saw the other day. Remember, we were waiting for Brad and Barry to fight, but I couldn't get them to fight. I kept saying stuff. Yeah, Rob knows how I do that. I would like Rob, not to make them fight, but no, just to kind of like rib them a little bit. Yeah, but
terrible.
all good fun, man. I know, not a good person. But anyhow, that was it today. Ty, thanks for joining us.
Yep.
And this has been the Nonsense Chronicles, and we are out of here.
Later.